Andy Goldsworthy, An Amazing Artist by Anabel Gonzalez. Andy Goldsworthy was born on July 26, 1956 in Cheshire, England. His parents are Alan and Muriel Goldsworthy. Alan Goldsworthy was a professor of math, and his mother was a stay-at-home mom. He grew up in Cheshire, England, and started to learn how to farm at age 13 and loved it. Years later, when he went to college, he studied under Richard Long at Preston Polytechnic. Richard Long made his art out of things he found in nature, and that inspired Andy. He was also inspired by the farming he did as a teen. When he went to Bradford and Lancashire colleges, he discovered his preference for working outside rather than inside. After college, he moved to Yorkshire, and he ended up being a professor at Cornell in sculpture for 8 years. Later, in 1985, he moved to Scotland. Once, he visited the North Pole to start a piece called Touching North. It is a bunch of snow and ice blocks pushed together to form a ring. 9 years later, he created a series of arches called Herd of Arches, which was made of stone near his home, which was very similar to Touching North. In 2003, a New York museum asked him if he could build a memorial, so he did, and called his piece Garden of Stones. One of the most important pieces of work that he did was the Storm King Wall. It is a wall that is about 2,000 feet long and made out of dry stones and rocks in the area instead of mortar. It is located in Hudson Valley, New York. Andy married Judith Gregson, and together they had 4 children: Holly, Anna, James, and Thomas. Later, he split up with Judith and got together with Tina Fisk. In 2001, a documentary was made about his art and life called Rivers and Tides. It follows him and his life as he creates his masterpieces. One of my favorite works of art that he did are the hollow snowballs. I like it because it seems extremely hard to create and because it is made out of snow, and it leaves me very curious about how he is able to make snowballs hollow and still standing. One of the works that I'm creating is Fault Line. I chose to recreate this one because I got to work with rock, and that was really fun. Andy Goldsworthy is different from most artists because instead of working on a canvas, slate, or cardboard, he works on the ground, waterfalls, and streams. He also does ephemeral works instead of permanent. He has a connection to the place he is working, even if he has never been there before, and that's why I have enjoyed studying him.